Well, it's known by many as the Forgotten War because of its place in history, falling right between World War I and the Vietnam War, but those who lived through the conflict remember it very well. Today is Korean Veterans Day, and the Korean community took time to honor those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. Daryl Rummold reports.
Veterans, close order, right?
Don Dalkey remembers well the sacrifice and horror of the Korean War. He was a member of the 2nd Regiment Royal Canadian Horse Artillery, Canada's main force, that arrived in Korea in May of 1951.
As a young man, it was a bit exciting, but there was a lot of tragedy involved. There's no question about that.
He was just 19 when he went to war. He's now 82. Some 27,000 Canadians served in the Korean War, and another 7,000 after the conflict ended served in peacekeeping missions. Most of those troops trained in as little as 8 months, a task that nowadays takes up to 3 years. The Korean War broke out in June of 1950 when communist forces from North Korea invaded South Korea. As many as 25,000 people perished in the battle, among them 516 Canadian soldiers, another 1,100 wounded in 5 major battles.
Most people were critical of it, but they didn't have a choice once they enlisted.
John Gogo was also a young man when he entered the conflict. On the 59th anniversary of the day the Korean War officially ended, he's honoring friends.
We celebrate to remember what we not only accomplished, but those who were killed. I hope it's the right thing to do.
Those in Lethbridge's Korean community say they're thankful for the lasting bond created through conflict.
I think today is without your sacrifice and devotion, the Korean would never have settled and developed to be among most advancing nations.
Still, it's called the Forgotten War.
I've fought that argument for over 60 years. It is annoying. When we came back, we landed in Seattle, and all the way up to Vancouver, there was Americans lined up in the field with huge banners, "Welcome home, Canada." Across the border to Canada, zero.
The Korean War, gone, but not forgotten. Not yet. Daryl Rummold, CTV News, Lethbridge.
Veterans say they're proud of the way that Korea was able to rebound after the war and become what it is today.